All right, today we are jumping into an absolutely epic tale of courage, culture, and some serious cunning, all coming from the heart of the Caucasus. This is the story of the impossible rescue of Prince Mamstriak. I mean, that sounds like a question straight out of a legend, right? You've got a high-value prisoner, a fortress that's basically the heart of an empire, and a mission so audacious it's pretty much suicidal. And that one question, well, that's the engine that's going to drive this entire incredible story.
You know, this is the question the rescued prince himself asks his saviors, and it really just perfectly captures the insane scale of what they pulled off. Think about it. Powerful diplomats, even the great Prince of Muscovy, had tried and failed. So, who were these guys who succeeded where entire empires couldn't?
So, let's meet the team. We're talking 4 men, each one a master of their craft. You've got Mashuko, the grizzled mentor with a seriously haunted past. Then there's Kanshao, his protege, a prodigy of war. After him is Gogush, a master of disguise hiding behind a jester's smile. And finally, Yurish, the fearless young scout who knows the land like the back of his hand. And their whole story, it really begins with their leader, Mashuko. Mashuko's journey is a whole story in itself. I mean, this guy was betrayed, struck down, and left for dead. His memory just wiped clean. He survived as a hermit, basically lost to the world, until he found a wounded boy in the mountains, and that gave him a new purpose. In training the boy, he ended up retraining himself, and just like that, the legend was reborn. And this is their objective. Prince Mamstriak, a great leader of his people, now chained up in a dungeon in Bakhchisarai, the capital of the Crimean Khanate. And look, this isn't just any prison. It's the very seat of their enemy's power. So the mission isn't just difficult, it's a direct shot at the heart of an empire. But, you know, to really understand why these 4 men would risk absolutely everything, we need to understand what they were fighting for. This mission was never just about saving one guy. It was about defending a culture, an unbreakable code. Central to this culture is the jaguako. Now, this is way more than just a jester. This is the sacred master of ceremonies, a person who upholds tradition with both humor and total authority. It's a role of immense respect, and as we're about to see, the absolute perfect cover for a master of disguise like Gogush. And their traditions are just woven with these incredible tests of skill. A wedding isn't just a ceremony, it's a whole series of trials. The groom's party has to face these mock battles, they have to show off some incredible marksmanship on horseback, and the whole thing builds to this moment of high drama and honor. And at the heart of this warrior culture is this incredible warmth. During the wedding, a bride's lips are anointed with honey, a blessing for a sweet future. It's this world of honor, tradition, and community that our heroes are fighting to protect from the cold, dark dungeons of Bakhchisarai. Okay, so the plan is set. With the culture they're fighting for fresh in their minds, the time has come to walk right into the lion's jaws. The infiltration is on. Now, the city is anything but quiet. The Khan is getting ready for a massive military campaign, so the streets are just swarming with soldiers. But what seems like a total disaster for a stealth mission is actually the perfect cover. The city's own chaos provides the shadows they need to slip right in. And this is where our Jaguako Gogush goes through this chilling transformation. The laughing master of ceremonies, he just disappears. In his place is a cold, silent, death-mute executioner, a figure so unsettling that no one dares to question him or even really look him in the eye. 15 stone steps lead down into the dungeon, and every single one is a step closer to death or to glory. Gogush's disguise, it works perfectly. He just takes the keys, strolls right past some distracted guards, and serves the final sentries a coffee that they will never, ever forget. Then, in the dark, the sound of tempered steel on iron rings out as they start to shatter the prince's chains. And let's not forget what's at stake here. Right before his rescue, the prince is taunted by the Khan's own son about the fate of his brother. Failure doesn't just mean death for the rescuers. It means a life of pure torment for the people they came to save. So they've done it. They've freed the prince. But they are deep, deep inside the most secure fortress in the entire empire. And the city is starting to stir. The easy part is over. The real question is, how on earth can they possibly escape? This is where the mission just becomes a flat-out, desperate race against time. The escape is on, and their only real hope is the sea wind of freedom.
And a brilliant plan unfolds. Two absolute giants, Chalil and Lockman, create this loud, chaotic diversion. They're galloping through the main streets, drawing the guards away on this furious chase. It's a selfless, sacrificial act, just to buy the others a little precious time. So, while the city is off chasing ghosts, our heroes, guided by the scout Yarish, just melt into this labyrinth of back alleys. They race through the night on fresh horses, pushing towards a secret cove where a smuggler ship is waiting to carry them to safety. They reach the sea. They set sail. Freedom seems so close you can taste it, until a new nightmare emerges from the dawn fog. A tiny little smuggler's boat against a massive Ottoman war frigate. The odds aren't just bad, they are completely impossible. And then, the ultimate twist. The commander of this warship, the powerful Mustafa Pasha, he's no stranger. He is the foster son of their leader Mashuko, the very same boy he had known years ago. The mission has just turned into a family reunion from hell. Can you just imagine the storm raging inside Mustafa Pasha's head? On one side, he's got his duty to the Sultan, which promises glory and power. But on the other, his Adigi blood is calling to him, a duty to his homeland, his people, and to the men who were his father's closest comrades.
Kan Shao, totally unafraid, just lays the choice bare. He reminds the Pasha of their shared heritage, putting the fate of the entire mission and their lives squarely on his shoulders. And in response, Mustafa Pasha makes his choice crystal clear with 5 powerful words: I am in a day.
And just like that, the standoff is over. Blood has proven thicker than imperial ambition. With the formal protection of an Ottoman pasha, the little smuggler's ship is safe. It changes course, sailing away from the executioner's block in Istanbul and toward the shores of home. As the sun rises over the Caucasus Mountains, Kan Shao stands at the bow of the ship. He breathes in that salt wind of freedom, not just as a survivor, but as someone feeling the dawn of a new destiny. So what does it take to steal a prince? Maybe it's not just cunning plans or brute force. Maybe it's knowing that some things, like culture, honor, and homeland, are so powerful they can turn an enemy into an ally and make the impossible